reflect on my reflection, and I ask myself the question, what's the right direction to go? I don't know. Am I a man or am I a Muppet?
Am I a Muppet?
If I'm a Muppet, well, I'm a very manly Muppet.
Very manly Muppet.
Am I a Muppet?
Muppet.
Or am I a man?
Am I a man?
If I'm a man, that makes me a Muppet of a man.
I look into these eyes, and I do not recognize the one that lies inside. It's time for me to decide, am I a man or am I a Muppet?
Am I a Muppet?
If I'm a Muppet, well, I'm a very manly Muppet.
Very manly Muppet.
Am I a Muppet?
Muppet!
Am I a man?
Am I a man?
If I'm a man, that makes me a Muppet of a man.
A Muppet of a man. Here I go again. I'm always running out of time. I think I made up my mind. Now I understand who I am. I'm a man.
I'm a Muppet.
I'm a Muppet of a man.
I'm a very manly Muppet.
I'm a Muppety man. That's what I am.
And then there is...
I love you, Ramos.
And then... The one...
If you happen to be kind of snickering a little bit during that last number, you have a very good year, because it was meant to be kind of a little tongue-in-cheek, sort of a funny little opener, and I gotta be honest with you, it has completely transformed itself from the Café Musique night. I'll introduce everybody in a second, but I'm just gonna explain that piece for a moment. That piece was performed at Café Musique a couple of months ago by graduates, right? It was all graduates? No? Oh, okay. Well, then we had a talent show, and we thought, I don't know if this piece is really gonna work at the talent show, so we didn't let it in. But then they kind of coerced me into allowing it into their concert. And then at the last minute, I realized they changed 3/4 of the band. And so I didn't even know Nolan sang until today. So anyway, Matt Lamas is graduating. Other than that, he's kind of a hero. Anyway, so we're going to officially start our concert. That was kind of the warm-up act, and now this is the real thing. So welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Bergeron, and I have the complete honor and privilege of conducting this band behind me, and another band you'll see a little bit later. So I teach music here at the school. There's many parents in this audience who I know I've never met before, just because of the craziness of the last couple of years. So I look forward to many more years of getting to know you and hopefully meeting you later on this evening. I happen to also serve as the department head role of the arts at the school, and I have a wonderful team of teachers in that group, and one of the sort of the people who I work with most closely is Mrs. Villella, and she teaches the vocal music class, and she also runs the choir, which you will see a little bit later as well. So the way that tonight is going to work is we're just going to bombard you with music from top to bottom. We're not going to have an intermission. There will be small little scene changes, I guess you'd say, when one group leaves and the next group comes on. And then in between some of our numbers, you're going to see some small groups of 2, 3, 4 people, just to kind of break things up a little bit. Some are singing, some are playing, some are doing both. So I hope that you are ready for a wonderful night of great music. I think it deserves to be said, though, the last time that I'm not going to do this. We had a little moment a few minutes ago. The last time that we did this in front of an audience was December of 2019. So we are so excited to be here for you guys, and we are really happy that you are here. We whipped together about a dozen Christmas songs in November and December as soon as we had the go-ahead from all of the people who make all the crazy rules. They said we could play again, but we couldn't have an audience. So we actually live streamed with a little Google Chromebook camera, and we sent it out to all of the elementary feeder schools in our area and their families and whatnot. And there were literally thousands of people watching us live, which was kind of cool, but we were all by ourselves in this room on the floor, because why weren't we on the stage? There was a reason why we weren't on the stage, but we had to be 6 feet apart. Of course, how could I forget? So we had to be so far apart that we needed to take most of this floor. These seats were back, and it was just nonsense. But anyway, we are here the way we should be, and we're ready to play for you, and we're going to begin with an opener called Liturgical Fanfare. while the trombone section is just kind of repositioning themselves, we have more chairs than we needed back there on that side, and they didn't realize, so I'm just going to shift them down a little bit. I'd like to introduce already, I've lost my job because I'm going to have a guest conductor, and this musician and a good friend of mine happens to be a graduate of this school. And he spent 4 years here, completely immersed in music before I came to St. Anne's. And he has become absolutely a legitimate professional musician. He is a singer, he is a songwriter, like real big time, not just kind of casually on the side. Alessandro Rotundi, his name is all over Windsor and Essex County, and he has just finished, in the last month or so, his studies as an education student at the University of Windsor. And he spent 6 weeks, I can't remember, maybe that's too long, maybe more like 5. Anyway, he spent many days with me, day in and day out as a student teacher here, and he came to band practices, and I said, would you like to conduct a song at the concert June 1st? And he said, absolutely not. No, he said, sure. So he is here today, and I'd love to welcome Alessandro Rotundi up, and he's going to conduct Funkytown. All right, so really it was a blast having Alessandro here with us those weeks, and it was kind of coming home for him because he was so comfortable with the school and the program and whatnot. And man, oh man, there's no doubt that he's prepared himself for a career ahead that's going to be just lights out, because he's got a lot on his plate, and it's incredible, really. If you've not seen or heard his stuff, you should definitely look him up. And a quick Google search will lead you to incredible things. So thank you again, Alessandro, for that. All right, I have to make sure that I follow my list here. We have another piece. This is kind of, I would say, somewhat modern. It's a piece by The Weeknd, missing an E, right? Is that how it's spelled? Weeknd with one E short. So this is called Blinding Lights. Okay, I'd like to call up Mrs. Villella now. She's going to introduce a little bit of a story and some backgrounds here.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Anna Villella. Like Mr. Bergeron said, I teach the vocal class and I conduct the choir here. Most songs don't need a big introduction, but there's a little bit of a story to this one. So a couple of months ago, I got an email from a teacher at St. Joe's. Her name is Kelsey Jacques. And she said, hey, I teach an English class here, and we just did a unit on writing lyrics, and my students wrote these lyrics, and do you have any vocal students who'd be willing to write music to it? And I thought, that's a pretty interesting project. So we went for it. I asked my kids if they were interested in doing it, and they all were. They were excited. So the biggest thing they were worried about was, what kind of song did they intend this to be, right? They didn't want to write a rock song if it was intended to be a pop song or whatever. But I said, just read the lyrics a couple times, let them speak to you, and see what you come up with. So they did an amazing job. They did better than I had ever imagined. And so there were 4 songs that we got lyrics, 4 sets of lyrics we got music to, and then we had to set music to it, actually. So of the 4 songs, we couldn't do them all, so we picked 2 of them. And we have one group up here who's going to do it. And I also want to introduce to you the teacher and also the students from St. Joe's who wrote the song. So up on the stage first. So the song is called Necessary. And we have Maria Fernanda Correa from Brazil. And then we have Kara Koza. And they're doing this one. So they wrote the music to it, and then the lyrics were written by Rebecca Gallant and Juliana Cito. So let me just introduce them all so they can all stand up. So even though we only did 4 songs, they did 2 of the 4 songs up here. There's a whole bunch of kids who wrote for her class too. So here's, I gotta get my notes because I'm not gonna remember all these names. Okay, so the teacher, Kelsey Jacques, I want to just wave Kelsey. And then students, if you want to just stand up as I call your names, so we have Rory Porcellini, Amelia Longhorn, Emma Sturkenboom, Rebecca Gallant, Brianna Maza, Juliana Cito, and Mackenzie Anderson. So without further ado, this one is called Necessary, and like I said, it's Rebecca Gallant and Juliana Cito. And then the second one that you're going to hear, we're going to hear this, then 2 more band pieces, and then after those 2 band pieces, another one of the songs that they wrote is going to come up, and I'll just introduce that one now as well. It's called Coming of Age, and the students that you're going to see up here for my class are Maria again, Emma Dufo, Ireland Oak, and Eric Long. And then the lyrics for that one are by Brianna Maza and Morgan Lalonde. Okay, so this one's called Necessary.
You need me, I need you, nothing much we can do. You're stuck with me, I'm stuck with you, trying to change much we can do.
Thank you very much, ladies. Wonderful to know that that was written by these students as well as, performed live and recorded, I think. I'm pretty sure they recorded it. Okay, so we're going to move on. The concert band has a wide variety of music to share with you tonight, a variety of styles. So from pop music to something that was written specifically for this type of band. This is a piece that I've grown to love over the years, and we actually did it a number of years ago for a kind of a music festival adjudication type thing, and it's called Dark Adventure, and it's almost like a rhapsody in the sense it has various styles and tempos all kind of mixed in, and it keeps changing back and forth. So I hope you enjoy. This is Ralph Ford is the composer, and it's called Dark Adventure. Okay, thank you very much. Just one quick second. All right, so believe it or not, after having such a long break of people not playing, no music classes, trying to do music on a computer from our living rooms, which was ridiculous, we have somehow managed to acquire and maintain 4 trombones in this band. The good news is only one of them is graduating, 2 are in grade 9. So there is a future in our trombone section, which is very encouraging. And I didn't realize we'd have such hecklers tonight. This is kind of nice. So this next piece is one that we did a number of years ago as well. It's kind of a fun piece. And it features the basement instruments. So the tuba, the trombone section, the baritone sax, the bass clarinet, all of the basement instruments. And it's called Brass in the Basement. All right, trombones, you get a chance to be seen. Trombones, baritone sax, and of course, our fearless bass section in the back. How many bass players do we get back there? So, Mrs. Villella, are we going to the next piece? Yes?
I'll just introduce it again, and I forgot to add a little bit of the story, which was it was one of my most favorite teaching moments. So I wanted to, because we wrote this music that the other school had written the lyrics for, I said to Kelsey, Miss Jacques, I said, is there any way we can have a Google Meet or something? But it didn't work out because we teach during different periods. So I said, can you record them please when you show them the videos of the songs? So she did, and she's like, okay, you guys, some of you guys should recognize this song. And they're kind of looking like, I don't recognize this music. And it took a while, and then finally one of the, her name? Rebecca, was it you? She's like, is that our song? So it was so cute, and it was just, I showed the video of her kids to my kids, and they were just equally as excited, so it was so much fun. So this is the second one that we have here. Again, this one is called Coming of Age. The lyrics were written by Brianna Mazza and Morgan Lalonde, and then on stage we have Eric on the piano, Marie on the piano, Eric on the cajon, Ireland, and Emma.
a chance. Sometimes my dreams come true. Sometimes they turn to blue. I wanna skip to the end like my life is a movie. Wanna know what it's like to be the coming of age. I wanna skip to the end like my life is a movie. Wanna know what it's like to be the coming of age. I think I grew up faster than everyone else. They want me to prepare for the vision that is seen, but the truth is, mine is empty. I never think was lying. Where was I? Didn't think that we here just to face it clear. Sometimes my dreams come true. Sometimes they turn to blue. I wanna skip to the end of my life is a movie. Wanna know what it's like to be the coming of age. I wanna skip to the end of my life is a movie. Wanna know what it's like to be the coming of age. Sometimes my dreams come true. Sometimes they turn to blue.
Okay, before I forget, I would like to mention that we actually have a alumnus sitting in the percussion section. So Mackenzie Beltran is back there, and later on, actually, she's going to sit in with the jazz band in the sax section. So she's multi-talented, and she has been with the school, how many, like a few weeks now, right? As a peer tutor, I guess you'd say. Not a peer tutor, but a real tutor, yeah. So she's kind of been floating around the school, and now that her semester is over with at university, and it's been great because Mackenzie, of course, was with us for many years here. And yes, that's her sister to her right, so if you see the resemblance. And at this time, I would like to definitely mention, so I don't forget, all of those students sitting on this stage in this group who are graduating. Just a quick little wave of your hand would be great. So these are all graduates. And I truly try not to think about that too much because it's, it's heartwarming that they're moving on, but it's sad that they will be no longer offering their love for music and talents and all that kind of thing because they've been a part of this group for a while. And let's face it, anybody graduating last year and this year, they haven't had the greatest experience that they could have had, but they've been very resilient and they did the best that they could with what we've had. So congratulations in advance to those graduates. And then we have another little guy. Where is he? So Adam's not the little guy I was referring to. But, so you think I planned that, but I actually didn't. So, Adam's actually taller than me, which doesn't take much, but I am taller than Baby Yoda. What is his name again? His real name? Grogu. Yes, Nolan's like, how do you not know that, Dad? It's Grogu. So, the purpose of having him on stage right now, he's not going to sing. I won't pretend. if you don't know the story with Grogu and the music, it's all connected. That's the Mandalorian theme. Was he first introduced in the Mandalorian? Okay, so that's the connection. And he's going to hang out with us for one more piece. Yes. Should I introduce this piece, guys? Was that on the microphone? Okay. So I'm not going to introduce this final piece. This is our final piece of this group, and there's a reason I'm not going to introduce it. Maybe after. Because if you don't understand the joke, then you'll leave never knowing what the song was. So. So we're going to do a quick little set change here. What I'd like, guys.
Let's go, Michael! Go after it!
members of the choir? So as you've already heard, it was a rough start to the year because we couldn't do any extracurricular activities at all. And then by the time they said we could start up, I think it was like November or something, and I was very hesitant to start because, I don't know if you guys have all heard, but singing was supposed to be the super spreader of the virus. So I waited until kind of Omicron had kind of passed or whatever. And then we started up about 2 months ago. But most of that time we were doing mass songs because we were learning all these church songs for our school mass. So we didn't really have time to learn anything else, and these kids really wanted to perform for you guys today. So they're like, can we do some songs that we did in the past? So these are songs we did. We're only going to do 2 songs tonight, and then I got some kids from my vocal class doing another song, but they're 2 songs that we've done in the past that they really like and you'll probably recognize. The first one is called Count on Me by Bruno Mars. Pardon me? Oh, Callista, are you in the audience? Callista, sorry, we're missing somebody. I just saw her in my iTunes. She did? Oh, okay. The bathroom. Okay, hi Callista. We got her ready. Okay, so the first one is Count on Me by Bruno Mars, and then the second one is Believer by Imagine Dragons. So we'll sing those 2 songs and I'll introduce the afternoon.
If you
Maria on piano over there. And then also on the cajon we have Nicole. And before we start, I should just have them wave to all of our seniors and choirs, all of our graduating students. So we've got here. Mr. Bergeron, are you behind stage? We need one of the mics on. Eric, can you just check that mic? It's not on. I know it's not on, but just talk into it so that he can.
Check 1, 2. Oh.
Thank you.
It is on.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm wide up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, second thing, second, don't you tell me what you think that I could be. I'm the one at the sail, I'm the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, the master of my sea. Oh, I was broken from a young age, taking my soul into the masses, writing my poems for the few that look at me, took at me, shook at me, feeling me, singing my heartache from the pain, getting my lessons from the pain, singing my lessons from the pain, seeing the beauty through the pain. You made me a believer, believer. Hey, you made me down, you built me a believer, believer. Hey, oh, let the bullets fly, oh, let them rain. My life, my love, my drive, it came from. Hey, you made me a believer, believer. Third things third, send a prayer to the ones up above. All the hate that you've heard, and turn your spirit to a dove. Oh, ooh, your spirit up above. Oh, ooh. I was choking in the crowd, living my brain up in the clouds, holding my ashes to the ground, hoping my feelings they would drown. But they never did, flowing and living it till it broke up and it rained down like. Hey, you made me a believer, believer. Hey, you break me down, you build me a believer, believer. Hey, oh, let the bullets fly, oh, let them rain. My life, my love, my drive, it came from. Hey, you made me a believer, believer.
Last things last by the grace of the fire and the flames. You're the face of the future, the blood in my veins. Oh,
Ooh,
the blood in my veins. Oh,
ooh. Hey, you made me a believer, believer. Hey, you laid me down, you built me a believer, believer. Hey, don't let the bullets fly, oh, let them rain. My life, my love, my drive, it came from. Hey, you made me a believer, believer.
Thank you. We asked that most of the panelists to go sit down, and then we've got 5 of them from the vocal class who are going to sing the song Say Something. So those 5 of you, can you stay up? Oh, they're going to go there. Okay. So we've got Eric playing piano, Maria coming up, then Carly, then Ireland, then Susie.
That's not your
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Hayden?
Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'll be the one if you want me to. Anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I am feeling so small. I was over my head, and there's nothing at all. And I will stumble and fall. I'm still learning to love, just starting to crawl. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. Anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I was full of my pride. You're the one that I love, and I'm saying goodbye. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'll be the one if you want me to. Anywhere I would follow you. Oh, say something, I'm giving up on you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Go, go!
rock and roll, Marty! You got this, baklavas.
We don't know which one is which. Okay, so actually I need a couple more minutes, so if you want to just talk amongst yourselves, please do, because we have to just kind of do this. If you needed a washroom break, really quick, we're not going to have an intermission, but probably need about 2 or 3 minutes. If you're parched, like I am, there's cold water available, and that's the only thing we have at this restaurant, so if you need food, you're in the wrong place.
I don't know, right over there. It's like yes.
And this is going to be a quick change. All right, so we are going to continue with the last portion of the program, and it seems like you guys are having a good time. We are having a blast. It goes without saying that December and June are certainly the busiest and just almost out of control schedules for music students and music teachers and professional musicians alike. And just for some reason, everything always happens all at the same time. So these guys all have their own activities on the side and jobs, and I've got my own other things that I do in the community and professionally, and it's wonderful to kind of have that time where it finally happens, because the anticipation and the lead up to it is a lot. It seems like it's all gonna just come crumbling down, and I think it's working. So we have a jazz band at this school that has a history of playing some great music and sounding pretty darn good, and this one's no different. Although we haven't had a jazz band really, well, since 2019, which was the last time we played. The jazz band actually didn't get going again until February. So everything that you're going to hear tonight is the results of basically February, March, April, and May. And there's a number of students on the stage who have never played in the jazz band, or any band really for that matter, before this opportunity. And because we're always graduating students, I'm always kind of thinking 1 or 2 years down the road. And I don't ordinarily discourage or cut anybody from the band if they are willing to commit, which is only once a week. We only meet once a week, which is amazing that we're going to actually pull this off considering. But anyway, we have 5 guitar players this year, which is actually almost silly. Yeah, it's a lot. So you might ask, why would you need 5 guitar players? And the answer is, we don't. But we really only need 1. But they're doing their best and sharing the load. And Michael's graduating, and then we've got Emma and Noah and Madison and Rylan. So it's great. They've split it up. As I just said to them, as long as you're covering the parts and it doesn't sound like complete mud when we're playing, then we're going to be okay. And we're very fortunate as well to have 3 piano players, and you're going to see, because we can't all play at the same time, they are rotating. So Maria, as you see, Maria Fernanda, she is playing piano for now, and then later we will have a little personnel change, and I'll explain that as we go. So the coolest thing about jazz band, and it's very different in that they get a chance to kind of really be creative and not just play exactly what's on the page. Whereas concert band, it's there, you have to play what's there, and there really isn't a lot of room for any personal input. You play what the person wrote, and that's it. In jazz, there's a chance to improvise, and I have to say, I was thinking about this a couple weeks ago, this band has had more willingness to improvise than any band that I can think of in many years, and I've been doing this for a long time. It's starting to really sound that way now. I used to I've been doing this for 10 years, or then it was 20 years, and now it's almost 30 years. So anyway, these guys are not afraid to improvise. They're just like, whatever, okay. Even brand new players, like guys who have only played the trombone for a couple of months, is like, yeah, I'll do a solo, all right. All right, so we're gonna play for you a few songs of all different styles, from blues to funk to, what else we got? Everything in between, we'll just say that. So this is Blues Machine.
Love you, Betty.
And Rylan.
right, thank you very much. So we had Nolan on trumpet, followed by, I gotta remember, we had a 3 shared trombone solo there, so a 3-way, 4 bars apiece. This is 12-bar blues. If you were a musician, you know that form. And then we had Ryland on guitar in the back, on the mint green guitar. And then, of course, Maria Fernanda, who's now moved to the trumpet section, on piano. Did I forget anybody? Oh, yes, and Gus had the kind of a follow-up solo, Gus on alto sax. You have to keep me on my toes, guys. If I forget solos, just kick me, because there's lots of solos tonight, so I'll try my best. So we have another personnel change. The guy in the end who was playing tenor sax happens to be mainly a piano player, and Tristan Zivanov is moving over to the piano, and we are going to play a piece. This is kind of an older tune, but if you listen to enough blues and jazz, you'll know this one. It's called Mercy, Mercy, Mercy.
Mercy.
All right, so as I mentioned earlier tonight, we had what's called a Café Musique several weeks back. And some of the students who are going to perform now actually performed at the Café Musique, and then a couple of others who are in this little group ended up performing at the talent show, which was sort of a follow-up to that. They took it upon themselves to put together this piece. This was one that was not performed at either of those events, but Ryland and Madison and Gabriella and Calexa and Kaylin, are they there? Come on up. Come on up. So they have a piece, and I hope I have it right. Story of my life. Yes? And we each need a microphone, so I can do this.
drumsticks. Go, Gabby!
Written in these walls are the stories that I can't explain. I leave my heart open, but it stays right here empty for days. She told me in the morning she don't feel the same about us in her bones. It seems to me that when I die, these words will be written on my stone. And I'll be gone, gone tonight. The ground beneath my feet is open wide. The way that I've been holding on too tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broke inside. The story of my life. Written on these walls are the colors that I can't change. Leave my heart open, but it stays right here in its cage. I know that in the morning I'll see us in the light up on the hill. Although I am broken, my heart is untamed still. And I'll be gone, gone tonight. The fire beneath my feet is burning bright. The way that I've been holding on so tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broke inside. The story of my life. And I've been waiting for this time to come around. 'Cause baby, running after you is like chasing the clouds. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broke inside. The story of my life. The story of my life. The story of my life. Story of my life.
All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for that piece. They put all that together on their own. It had literally nothing to do with it, and they worked hard. They were in the music room regularly at lunch getting things ready, and they did a fine job of that. So thank you, great piece. All right, so we are going to do a couple of more jazz band numbers now, and this next one is one that just has a great kind of feel to it. It doesn't have really any solos, except it has a few little small little drum fills, I guess. They're really miniature little solos. And we have another personnel change. One of our trombone players, Andrew Matchett, has migrated to the drum set. And the other two guys are going to have to just pick up his slack and play the trombone really well. Here we go with On Broadway. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you to Andrew for filling in on drums there. Andrew's only in grade 9, and he's starting to become one of those masters of all. He plays some bass, he plays some guitar, he plays some trombone, plays some drums. There's probably other things that I haven't discovered yet about Andrew, but anyway, he's making a great contribution. So we are going to move on to a piece now that is exactly the opposite of that, where there were no solos. There's going to be a lot of solos in this next one. This is just a great chance for these guys to learn the B-flat blues. Is that what it is, or is it F? B-flat blues. And so this is called Louie Louie. Okay, so I'm going to have to read my score. Andrew and Michael led off on the solo section. We had actually a small percussion solo before that by Madison Beltran, which was awesome. Then we had a trumpet feature. Then we had Andrew and Michael, followed by Nicole, Nolan, Julian on the baritone sax, which is nice to hear. Alex on bass. Matt and Maria shared an 8-bar solo, and then finally one of our senior graduates, Michael Mawad, on guitar. All right, so the next thing that we have is a piece that was done at Cafe, and then it was selected to be performed at the talent show because we thought it was pretty good. And then I thought, well, since everybody in that group's already here tonight, they might as well do it for you. So there's a piece that these guys put together on their own. It's a piece that is arranged for the full band, but they kind of did a scaled down version of it. At first, it was scaled down, and then it had arms and legs that grew, and it has evolved into something a little bit larger. So now there's going to be more people playing than not playing in this next piece, but that's okay. I do want to mention that we have 2 alum playing in this piece. So Zach is playing trumpet with us, and Zach graduated last year. And he's been sitting in as well. Evan Spadini on sax has been joining us. And of course, as I mentioned before, Mackenzie's been sitting in with the jazz band, but she's not playing in this next piece. So, Jungle Boogiers, are you ready? All right, so the piece is called Jungle Boogie, and solos, how are we doing this?
Liz, good job on the cowbell.
That's all right.
Thank you.
All right, so let's give those guys another round of applause. So I forget how many original members of that little mini group, but it was total 8, and then what ended up being about 12, 16, 13. Okay. Anyway, some great solos in there, and you guys were having fun. That was obvious. So we are going to move on. We've changed our piano player again, Maya Mawad, and if you recognize the name Mawad, that's because yes, she is Michael's sister. And as Michael departs in June, Maya's been here this year and done a great job. And I haven't actually taught Maya, but other than, we meet every Thursday night with these guys, and we've had a great time. So, who else have we got changing roles here? I guess that's it. We got our whole guitar army back. We're good. All right, so we're going to play an old, well, it's not that old, really. It's before these guys' time, and, well, let's face it, it's older than me, too. So, it's called Stand By Me. guess kind of staying in that same era, this was by accident, but I just realized back to back, we're going to go on to a piece now called I Heard It Through the Grapevine. All right. Gus Ribeiro on the alto sax. And that was really the only solo, but there was a cool bass line in the baritone sax, and I didn't get a chance to run over there fast enough, but Julian's doing a great job on that beast of an instrument. All right. So I think this one even goes back further in time. This is, this will really date me, but if you remember the early theme song of the show Happy Days, this is what they used originally for that sort of introduction of the show, and this is called Rock Around the Clock. So we're just going to do a little bit of equipment moving around in the back there. While we do that, I'm not sure, I can't really see very well, but if Mrs. Fechineri happened to pop by or if she's here tonight, definitely want to thank her, our principal, for her incredible support this year. And you know, it's been challenging for everybody the last couple of years, but Mrs. Fechineri came in and kind of took the reins over from Mrs. LaFazo, and has been just an incredible supporter of the arts and in music in particular. So I'd like to thank her for that and her administration team. So wherever they are, thank you. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention there's one person who's sort of like, I guess she's been my groupie for I don't know how many continuous years of concerts, but my mom is here tonight. And she sort of follows me around, even when I was up Toronto, east of Toronto for 5 years. She wouldn't make every one of those concerts, but she would make a few and some of our shows and whatnot. So thank you, my biggest fan. And of course, my wife and my 2 daughters are here, and one son here, and another son's, I don't know where Liam is tonight, Toronto or something, but anyway, he's not here. So, are you ready back there? Okay, here we go, rock around the clock. Okay, so it is that time. I can't believe we actually got this in under 2 hours. I was thinking it was going to be longer than that, which is, I'm happy it's not, because after about 2 hour time, I can hear all the shuffling in the seats, and it's like, okay, this is great, but we want to go home now. So we have one more piece for you, and this one is, I guess, gives them a chance to not really sing, but they get to shout something out. So, did I miss a joke? So they're going to shout something, and it's a really easy word. So once you hear it once, it happens 3 or 4 times. So you can feel free to join in on the subsequent times with that. And I think that's it. So rhythm section, you begin this, and let's have some fun. I just realized that I never did explain the last song of the concert band thing. Remember? No, I need to educate these people. So, don't take that the wrong way. I just meant that I learned something this year that thanks to Michael Mawad, when we were doing online learning last spring, do you remember this? So, Michael was in my class. We were all at home, of course, doing our online learning. And Michael said, "Hey, sir, I have this great song I'd like to share with the class," because we would do that a lot. We would send each other links, YouTube links, and would say, "Hey, check this out, cool jazz band or a classical piece or something." So Michael said, "I've got this piece I want the whole class to listen to." I said, "Well, okay, we're just out of time. Like, it was end of class, we have to go to the next class." And he said, "Okay, don't worry about it. Something like, here's the link, and you should just click on it, sir. Just click on it now and just get a taste of what it is." So I click on it, and the piece is "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley. So I learned that act of sending me the link, and I didn't know what I was going to be listening to, was called being Rickrolled. I'd never heard of it before. So, Michael Rickrolled me, and now I Rickrolled you. I guess, I don't know. Is that right? All right. So that was the explanation to that other song. I forgot about that earlier. This one, I'm not gonna, there's no like joke about this. It's just, you have to participate on the shouting of the one word. Here we go. I guess that's it. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you for participating in that.
Hi, everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Nicole Vanier. I'm a grade 12 music student. Thank you. I just wanted to say a few words on behalf of all the grade 12 music students for the wonderful Mr. Bergeron over here. He's amazing. He has been the best person and teacher and mentor that I have ever met and has taught me so many things. And I'm so grateful to have him as my music teacher for the last 4 years and knowing him before that too. We started in grade 9 here and we had a lot of great experiences, and then that came to a halt with COVID, and we sadly missed 2 years, but hopefully I think we've made it up in the last 5 months. Oh, yeah. Cramming as much music as we can in before we go. And I just wanted to say a big, big thank you to Sir. And we have a little gift for you, if you want to come up here, Sir. Adam. The wonderful Mr. Bergeron, everybody. And also, for the wonderful Miss Villella over here. I've been in choir and vocal class and piano class with her, and they're just amazing, both of you. Thank you so much. All the graduates and everybody. Can we get a picture? Mother, take a picture, please. She's got it.
Thank you again for being such a wonderful audience, and thank you for supporting music in our schools.